Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to this intro on John 7. This is a part 4 intro. The covenant count after 360. Could it be 361, 362, 363, 64, or could it even be 365? What is the covenant count after 360? Why I believe in the calendar of the covenant. Multitudes of people around the world are appreciating the fact that they have finally found Yahuah's true festal calendar. They know the covenant worship calendar has a count of only 360 days each year. They understand how covenant calendar, as found in Covenant Torah pages Genesis 1:1 to Exodus 24:11, how it aligns perfectly with Yahusha's ministry in the Gospels. This is revealed very, very clearly in the studies. Yet there is one important question that has been most persistent in the last year, and it keeps coming up. That question is, why do we have 365 days each year? And what does covenant calendar do with those extra days beyond Yahuah's allotted count of 360? Well, we have a decision here. It's time for a decision. It's clear Scripture does not use the terms spring or fall to describe any seasons. Therefore, this study will not use the terms spring tequfah or fall tequfah with regards to references north of the equator. Not only this study, but going forward, this is the terminology that we are going to be using. Spring tequfah, as we have formerly used, will be referenced as the winter shadow sign, the marking of the last cycle of winter. And this term, fall tequfah, which we have previously used, will be referenced as the summer shadow sign. It's the marking of the last cycle of summer. Notice shadow sign. That is the shadow that has all authority over time. Did you notice that all other counterfeit festal calendars intercalate? Either extra days, weeks, or months to fit their calendar count. This is done to align with the current civil year of 365 cycles a year in any fashion they want. It's a designer system. Lunar calendars intercalate, solar calendars intercalate, and the Dead Sea Scroll calendars, being Enoch, Zadok, and Essene as the main ones, they intercalate. What about the barley calendars? Does it intercalate? Is that related to the lunar calendar? In part 3 of John 7, it was shown how covenant calendar dates are counted out for 29 of the common era in comparison to the lunar calendar of the unbelieving scribes and the Pharisees. In this year, their lunar count began with the crescent moon after the tequfah shadow sign. Afterwards, very important. Part 4 is going to demonstrate how the covenant calendar dates are counted out when the extra days past 360 are added at the end of the month 6 instead of before month number 1. Today, in this short introduction, this will be demonstrated on a visual calendar months of September and October, so each one can see the differences between the final results of part 3 and part 4. This will be in preparation for the full and very detailed study of why Yahuah has not given permission to us to intercalate these extra 5 days anywhere as we please. We do not have that option. Covenant calendar months, covenant calendar count, months 6 and 7. Please review where the dates are for the true covenant calendar months 6 and 7 in 29 of the Common Era. If we look over here, we'll see on the 20th is the first cycle of the month, first cycle of the 6th month in 29 of the Common Era. If we look over on this side, we will see in September the first cycle of the month, first cycle of the 7th month in 29 of the Common Era. The summer shadow sign date is September the 25th. In John 7, the Sukkot feasts of both the lunar and covenant calendars lay out on the Roman calendar like this. And I would like you to notice the full moon is on the 14th cycle of the lunar 7th month. This square box here is the 14th cycle of the lunar 7th month. In October 12 to 20 is the lunar Sukkot week of the Jews in 29 of the Common Era. In October 3, you'll see here in the blue, 3 to 10 is the Covenant Sukkot weekends, Covenant Sukkot week ends sooner than the lunar Sukkot. Notice Yahusha arrived on the Shabbat in the midst of the lunar Sukkot week. Also notice Covenant 8th Rosh Chodesh, it coincides with the lunar last great day right here, the 20th. That is when Yahusha stood up to read. What will happen to the placement of covenant calendar fall feasts when extra days are added or intercalated? Yes, that is emphasis with a purpose. Intercalated following the 30th day of the 6th month. What is going to happen? What will the results be? The balancing cycles follow month 6. Is that what takes place? And I want you to note the balancing cycles and waiting cycles are interchangeable terms. Note the 30th cycle of the month of month 6 is on September 18 right here. The balancing cycles will begin on September 19 over here for the examination purposes in this study. Did you know that the 6 intercalating cycles of September 19 to 24, these ones seen in the black, these cycles are no longer part of month 6. The late summer shadow sign is seen here on the 25th of September. Something here to contemplate. True Sukkot dates you'll see here in the blue. This is the covenant calendar Sukkot dates as we know it. Here is the false covenant Sukkot dates. Why false? Because they are intercalated dates. We are having a look at this for this specific purpose. Notice the difference in timing. These ones are over here on these dates. These ones are on different dates over here. Is there going to be serious results, serious consequences for this change? This is going to be brought out in part 4. The next observation, as can be noticed very easily, the intercalation of extra days at the end of covenant calendar month number 6 now positions this Sukkot festival to overlap with the lunar Sukkot festival, making it appear that Yahusha honored this lunar festival. Very, very interesting. It appears very well, but is it? Will there be serious consequences and serious questions that are going to arise from this? Would there be any consequences if Yahusha honors the Jews' lunar feast? We need to remember what John 7:19 declares when Yahusha was talking to the scribes and Pharisees, when he was teaching at their lunar feast. He went up in the middle of their feast. He did not attend it to observe it. He went up in the middle. And when he was talking to them, he said this to them: not one of you does the Torah. Note that. Also, with intercalation, did you notice that Yahusha no longer arrived at the middle of the Jews' Feast of Tabernacles, but is actually there at the very beginning? Will this run into serious controversy with the words written in John 7? We're going to have a look at that in the full message in John 7. Did John get the message of Yahusha's sandals mixed up? Why his sandals? What do his sandals have to do with this? Yahusha said in John 7, I witness. How does he witness? What about his sandals? What about his actions? What about what he did? Where did he walk? How did he do it? When did he do it? Are we listening to Yahusha's sandals? In John 7, part 4, we're going to find out a lot. So come and see. Join us for part 4. Sign up with Covenant Calendar Club at studythecalendar.com and join us for our Shabbat Zoom meetings and our live discussions. And note, all studies can be downloaded for free. Thank you for being with us today. Hope to see you there. Shalom.